We are now on the road to WrestleMania as we approach the final stop before the grandest stage of them all, being the Elimination Chamber at the end of this month. But today, I'm going to be talking about the Undisputed WWE Championship and why no one cares about the biggest prize that anybody can capture in WWE right now. Going to talk about why no one cares about it, why the match could be irrelevant, and why even if there's going to be a whole Elimination Chamber match to see who is going to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania for the championship, it's so predictable as well. So if you enjoy this video, it's going to be nice to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the flipping channel, and let's get into this one. So we know back in January, of course, at the start of 2026, Drew McIntyre defeated Cody Rhodes in 3 Stages of Hell to win the Undisputed WWE Championship and be his first major world title that is held longer than 5 minutes, of course, for over 5 years. He finally ended this boring reign Cody Rhodes that, of course, Cody picked up at SummerSlam 2025 against John Cena. But Drew has held the title and has only had one defense against Sami Zayn in the Royal Rumble, of course. Since then, his championship reign's been a bit boring. But everything is so predictable up towards WrestleMania. We can see the plans WWE that they are not putting Jacob Fatu in the world title scene. They had him included in this match just to get his return and make it a big thing. They had him return, of course, in the Cody Drew match in Berlin, Germany, where Drew, of course, captured the title where Jacob costed Cody. But now, of course, we've got that match between Jacob and Cody. That was a no contest at Stand-Up's main event in January, of course. We've not really seen a lot of else since. Of course, they went out in the Royal Rumble match, but Drew cost Cody. Jacob was not even involved in it. Of course, we saw Jacob attack Drew the other week, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense because we just got everyone attacking Drew at this point, but who is actually going for Drew McIntyre? Okay, you can say, oh, it's not actually that predictable. Well, it really is. So let me break it down. Cody Rhodes will face Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn in a triple threat qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber on this Friday SmackDown. It is so predictable that Drew McIntyre will cost Jacob Fatu, which will mean at the Elimination Chamber in, of course, Chicago, we will get Jacob Fatu challenging Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE Championship in a normal match where Drew McIntyre will retain. Cody Rhodes will go to the Elimination Chamber and will win the Elimination Chamber because Cody Rhodes is the corporate guy and they love Cody Rhodes and they are going to run this match back at WrestleMania, unfortunately. Of course, we've seen this match 5 times since Cody won the title back in August. Of course, we saw it at WrestlePalooza. We saw it at Saturday night's main event. We've seen it on, of course, other shows and everything. But it just doesn't really make a lot of sense why we're going to do this again. We've seen it, it was actually 3 times, 3 times in Cody's reign. And by the way, that reign was only about 4 months long, 4 or 5 months long. So Cody, of course, went away for like 7 weeks in that. So it shows you that Cody only had literally one rival in that title reign, which made it so boring. So they put the title on Drew because it needed to happen. But we're revisiting the same feud where it's all going to lead up to Cody Rhodes becoming our WWE champion for a 3rd time. So we go up to the Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes will be coming off an Elimination Chamber win after defying all the odds to win the Chamber for the first time ever in his career to face Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania in the Night 1 main event. For the first time since Cody Rhodes' return, of course, he will not be main eventing in the Night 2 main event. But then we'll get the build-up, but we won't really see a lot. We'll just see loads of promos, and there'll be weeks where both men will just have a little bit of a brawl, because sadly, that is what Cody Rhodes does. I like Cody Rhodes. It's just every time he's in a feud, he'll just randomly attack him. Same thing goes for Drew McIntyre. We saw it a lot in their feud, of course, in the later months of 2025. And it's just so predictable that we're going to see that. And Drew McIntyre's going to boss Cody. That's what we're going to see. We're going to make Drew McIntyre look as the top champion, make him look like he's so unbeatable, and Cody Rhodes will never really capture the WWE Championship while Drew McIntyre is our champion on SmackDown. But then we're going to get to WrestleMania, of course. And in the Night 1 main event, it will be Cody Rhodes vs. Drew McIntyre. Possibly a stipulation like Hell in a Cell or something for the championship. I doubt it, though, because they don't really like to do a big stipulation match anymore for a title at WrestleMania. So it just could be a normal match between these two. But it really, please, should be the final match we see these two for a very long time at least. Maybe never again, but maybe for a very, very long time. Like years. Because we cannot see this again. We've seen it so much. And they've been always, Cody and Drew have always been lurking around each other since Cody returned, really. It all started in 2023 when Cody returned and they had a big rivalry into like War Games. And then, of course, up to WrestleMania 40, Cody was in a rivalry with Drew. You know, of course, we saw in 2024, later in the year, that Drew McIntyre was going to come after Cody Rhodes. At the start of January 2025, we saw Drew have another thing with Cody. And then, of course, after SummerSlam, these two have just been going at it every week. So we've seen this feud repeated so many times, we need to get away from it. So WrestleMania 42 is where, and it please, should end. So here we are then, WrestleMania 42. It will be Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE title in the Night 1 main event of WrestleMania. And it is so obvious that Cody Rhodes will defy all the odds once again to become a 3-time WWE champion and reclaim the title he lost in January, because it feels like Drew was just a placeholder champion to get us through WrestleMania, to make Cody look good, make him the underdog once again, to get a little bit of fan attraction, then put the title back in for all the happy ending, and then give him no feud. It's very predictable. We've seen it the last 2 times, really. Both of Cody's title reigns have been poor, I'll be honest. The first one weren't too bad. We saw some good match against AJ Styles, Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes, and some others, but there just was no top level like a Randy Orton. Even you could count Sami Zayn in a way. Jey Uso. We've not seen anything big, like a big star. And then the second reign was just Drew McIntyre. That was all we got, Drew McIntyre. It was just nothing. But we're going to get to WrestleMania, and it will be Cody Rhodes defeating Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's going to eat another crossroads and get beaten. And if it is a quick match, it's embarrassing. It is so embarrassing with Triple H. But why is the main question no one cares? That is what you've all been waiting for. Why no one cares is, like I've just been saying this whole video, if you've not got the question already, because everything is so predictable and repetitive. You look at the other side of Monday Night Raw. CM Punk defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns in the Night 2 main event, making the World Heavyweight Championship right now more relevant and bigger than the Undisputed WWE Championship, which the Undisputed WWE Championship should be the flagship title. It should be the title that makes WWE look like what it is, and should be the title that everyone wants. But right now, the World Heavyweight Championship has got a bigger picture. Going to the Night 2 main event and them 2 stars going at it. What we really would need for WrestleMania 42, for the Undisputed WWE Championship, and I love Drew McIntyre, he's not the right option. It's only if they're going down the route of Drew versus Jacob in a non-title match at WrestleMania, and Cody Rhodes was to walk in as our Undisputed WWE Champion to face Randy Orton. Randy Orton returned, of course, to Survivor Series 2023, a couple of years ago now. We've not really seen anything of him, and he keeps hinting at going for the title. This has to be the chance of WrestleMania where they might turn Randy heel, or even just walk into this star match of Cody Randy for the second time, of course. We saw it at King of the Ring last year where Cody beat him. We need to see this proper match where Randy could pick up his 15th world title, and that would have a chance, a main event in Night 2 over Roman and CM Punk. But at this point, if WWE does go through the route, of course, with Cody Rhodes challenging Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE Championship, for Cody to be the underdog once again and win the title and have a happy ending, no one will care, and it will not be the same like it was last time at WrestleMania 40. It will just be the lackluster Night 1 main event that will always be a shadow to the Night 2 main event, which includes CM Punk and Roman Reigns. That's my statement. It's my opinion. So comment down below what you lot think, of course. How do you think the Undisputed WWE Championship's title picture will look at WrestleMania? Will Drew be champion? Will Cody be champion? Will Jacob be involved in the match? Will we see Drew versus Cody like I've just talked about this whole video, as WWE can be very predictable at times? And is the World Heavyweight Championship right now the bigger and better title than the flagship Undisputed Championship of SmackDown? So thank you for watching this video. It has been nice to record. Always remember to smash the like and subscribe button to the flipping channel, and I'll see you all day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.